Hi, everyone. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I am here tonight. My name is Ann Wandishin. I live in Colorado, and I am here with Dr. Steven Sabo. Dr. Sabo, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. Okay, there you are. There you are. I couldn't see you. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday with three. I'm so excited to be here. Um, Dr. Sabo has been practicing emergency medicine for 28 years in New York City. He completed his internal medicine and emergency medicine um, residencies in New York City. I should have had my eternal right before I hopped on this. And he is a member of the scientific advisory board. And we're so excited to be here tonight to talk with you. I wanted to ask you, how did you get involved with three?
Sure. First of all, Anne, nice to meet you tonight. And
Nice.
I'm excited to be here to have this discussion with you. And for those of you who don't know, we're at opposite ends of the country. Anne is over in Denver, and I'm down here in nice sunny Florida. It's 85 degrees here today. So I think your question was, how did I get involved? So unlike most people out there, I think that I would say most people out there have taken probably nutritional products, been interested in nutrition and prevention and these type of things and proactive wellness for a long time, such as my wife. I would say that it's probably for me only 5 or 6 years that I've had an interest. In fact, if you told me back then that I'd be sitting here talking to you tonight as a member of the scientific advisory board of this company, I probably wouldn't have believed you at that time, but suffice it to say that I have learned and I'm continuing to learn about these type of products and lots of different things that we're going to talk about here tonight, and very excited. So I was in a prior company, and it was a similar type of company, and that was about 6 or 7 years ago. I was with that company for 6 or 7 years on the scientific board of that company. And when this company was formed, I wanted in, and myself, as well as the 7 other doctors, are on the scientific advisory board. And we are, for those of you who don't know, we're not paid advisors on the scientific board. We get to speak about the products, and I enjoy teaching about the products. And so yeah, that's why I'm here today.
Yeah.
And just something else, though. As you mentioned, very, very nicely, that I was practicing emergency medicine for 28 years until earlier this year. And made the decision that it was time for me to make a change. And I don't know how many of you out there have ever had that experience in your life where you've been doing something for some period of time and you just felt, you know what, I got to do something different. And, a career such as mine is very admirable. And, you talk about helping people, and God knows how many people I've helped over the years in the emergency department. And I wanted to find something that I could make a difference with people. And so I joined this company when it first started. I got the honor of speaking at the launch of the company in Salt Lake City. And then I was invited 2 weeks after that, this is back in June, to speak at the Asia launch of the company in Hong Kong.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know, Ann, if you've ever had like an aha moment.
Hmm.
I
I
had
have
that.
before.
Uh-huh. So you know.
I do. Hmm.
And so I'm there on stage, and I don't know if you've ever been on stage in Hong Kong and had them translate every other word of yours into Mandarin Chinese. I guess not. But anyway, I did. And I'm standing there looking out at the audience of, mostly Asians. And I'm thinking, I'm looking for something where I could truly make a difference. And here I am on the other side of the world, speaking to distributors, having my words translated. and I said, wow, it just hit me. I don't have to look anywhere else. Here I am. And as I said, I love the products. I love the company. I love
Yeah.
teaching people about the products. And
Yeah.
here I am. I'm in the right place.
I know, it's amazing. So, I actually did mention to you right before we hopped on that I would love to know what your favorite three product is, but I also want to just compliment you that you do look younger than when the first videos the first Zooms that I've been on with you, like probably when I first started, like at the end of May. You definitely look younger. So have you noticed a difference with your skin, or with your with yourself? Have you noticed this change? Have other people noticed this change, or is it just me over Zoom?
No, other people have made the comment. And, first thing I'll say is, men are different than women in the sense that, beauty and skin care, for most of us,
Mhm,
not as important as it is with women.
mhm.
And so when I started with the company, I'm going to admit now that I only took the other five products.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
didn't take that at the beginning. And I
Okay.
don't know if it was a month or 6 weeks into it. And somebody had said, you really ought to take all the product. You're on the scientific board and, have your own testimonial.
Sure.
Uh, so I did. And I have noticed looking back, over the years that some of the wrinkles on my face will just say are gone that were there even 5 or even 10 years ago.
Wow, that's
So,
significant. That's
so
great.
that's
Okay,
my
so
testimonial.
what is your favorite product?
Sure.
That's the
So
question. Yeah.
love that. Okay, so I love glutathione. So you know where I'm going with that.
Me too. I should have
Glutathione
had mine. Yeah.
is the most potent antioxidant that there is out there, and that's in our eternal product. And CoQ10, resveratrol, it's such a great product. The taste is absolutely so easy to take. It's incredible.
Mhm.
And for those of you who don't know, these glutathione levels, they drop as we get older. And because we use these 11 different absorption technologies, our glutathione product, the Eternal, gets so well absorbed. So that's, for me, number one. I believe everybody should be on that product. Well, I
Yeah.
think everybody should be on every product, but
Right.
especially that one, and especially the curcumin product, the Revive,
Mhm.
because curcumin is the most potent anti-inflammatory that's out there. And I'm going to guess that probably we're going to have some testimonials on, on that product, because I don't know about you, Ann, but I hear more about that product than any of the
Yes.
other ones.
Yes, I do too. I love that. And yes, I mean, I've been blown away by all of them. They've made a huge difference with me as well. So, which is why I got started with this, because of the way
What's
they've made a difference with me. So, yeah. And I
what's your
love the Eternal.
okay? Okay.
Hmm.
Do your
Yeah.
kids like it?
What did you say? I'm sorry.
Do your kids like it? Everyone
Yes,
says
they
their kids
do.
like it.
They do. My kids drink it, and everyone drinks the Eternal in our household. And I think that says a lot about the taste if
It
your
does.
kids drink it.
And kudos to Dr. Dan. We should always mention that for
Yes.
doing a great job formulating the products and reformulating the products as well.
Hmm.
I spoke at the New Jersey event for last week. Dr. Dan was there, and I complimented him, and I always have to give it back to him for designing these great products and for being such a great teacher of
Hmm.
the products and of their benefits as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love following him I follow him on Instagram. I know some people follow him on TikTok, but I
Yes,
always learn something new about a phytonutrient. So, um,
absolutely.
absolutely amazing. So, well, I think it's time for us to get started with, I think we're going to get started with Ricki. Um, I think she's going to be our first testimonial. There she is. Hi, Ricki. Welcome.
Hi, thank you. Thank you for having me.
So
Excited.
excited that you're here. Um, we would love to hear how these products have made a difference for you.
Oh my goodness. Let me count the ways. So, I actually, just a little bit about my background. I came from big pharma. I was in big pharma right out of college and worked for Eli Lilly and worked for Merck, two huge pharmaceutical companies. And I also worked for Sandoz in the nutrition division for about a minute because I just couldn't. Anyway, that's a whole separate discussion. But anyway, so I have always been into, I guess, proactive wellness. Both my parents died by the time I was 22, and I knew then that I needed to figure out how I could be as healthy as possible. So this has been a long, long journey. That's my whole point in sharing this. I've when I found three, when I found the products, when I did the due diligence, the PDR, all those things, all those checks, all those boxes that were checked, I was really, really intrigued. So I jumped in, used all the products, and never looked back. I have noticed some of the physical changes. I've noticed that the external stuff is the whiteness of my eyes, the brightness of my eyes. My hair is stronger, my nails. I would attribute that most likely to the Eternal and the collagen. I'm 55. I know at my age tends to be an issue for women, especially with sleep and hormones and all that stuff. No medical claims, of course, but my sleep is much deeper. I wake up rested, ready for the day, which is such a bonus. And I think I've been exercising since I was in high school. And what I can say is I can tell a difference when I run out of my Revive. The aches and pains kick in. I remember after being on Revive, just probably about a week, I remember getting out of bed and like my ankles didn't, I don't know if any of you on here can relate, but my ankles didn't like click. I'm like, okay, wow. I kind of felt like the Tin Man had been white. My body parts had been oiled. So those aches and pains, and I specifically have some hip discomfort that has really been resolved. So I could go on and on, but without further ado, and I have one more story, and that is the immune. I was a believer, I trusted it. I trust Dr. Dan. I trust all the science. However, when you experience personal health issues and you pump up that immune and your body responds accordingly, that's when you're like, okay, like it's all for real. So every single product I have a story about, but in the interest of time, I'll let you move on to the others. But thank you so much for having me. And I'm just I feel so fortunate to have found these products and found this amazing community.
Yes, that's so awesome. Dr. Sabo, do you have anything that you want to weigh in on about her testimony? Thank you, Ricki.
Sure. First of all, what a great testimony. Thank you, Ricki. And, Ann, you commented on how young I look. You look way younger than you
does.
look. And another testimonial, sure, for the three products, the collagen and the Eternal, as you said. Just took some notes. Hair, skin, and nails. That's directly from the collagen. Sleep and energy. Those are interesting. I think could be a couple of the products. The Purify will detox you. If you're toxic, you have trouble sleeping and trouble losing weight and trouble with energy. So that may have helped you, probably did. And the Vitalite, the multivitamin, I'm sure that had a factor over here too. One of my distributors talks about all the time the fact that within a couple of days of taking these products, better sleep, better energy, more energetic, and that's what you're describing. And then the pains, the Revive, and sleep also, maybe the Revive also. But yeah, that's terrific.
One more thing I want to share, and that is What I love about these products is that they're all whole food based.
Mhm.
And I never worry if I do have to increase the Revive, if I'm a little overactive, playing pickleball or whatever, working out. I'll take 4 at night before bed and I don't think twice about it. And I wake up and I am like a new person. So, and I do take 2 Purify every night at bed. So thank you for that reminder on the Purify.
Sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and you look so young. It's
Oh,
amazing.
God, love you. Oh, I got that. But thank you. Thank you for your kind words. I just, I'm just a big believer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Revive for a minute. How many do you take?
How many do I take?
Yeah, because
Um,
everyone asks me that all the time. How
yes.
many Revive should I take? And it's 2 a day, which gets you the whole bottle at the end of the month. You use it up, but you can take more.
Yes, I do take more because I have had some health issues for the last about 15, 20 years. So I do take 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening because I have struggled with significant just issues with my health. So I know that inflammation is the curcumin is so good for us. So I do take an additional amount. So and
Yeah.
it's made a huge difference with my system. So
And if you have some aches and pains, there's nothing wrong with, as Dan says, instead of taking 2 a day, take 2 twice a day, or even 3 twice a day, or some people even take more. But
yeah,
again, a lot of people ask me about them.
yeah, it's great. All right. Thank you, Ricki. All right. Our next testimonial is going to be from Jessica. Welcome, Jessica. We're so glad you're here.
Thank you so much, Ann. I'm excited to be here with you and Dr. Sabo. And you got a little helper there.
I do. So we would love to hear your testimonial about the 3 products.
Yes. So I'm in Kansas City. I have 2 daughters. They're 5 and 7. My amazing husband, Brad. I just actually helped with bedtime. So I am like you with, being a mom and everything. 3 products. My gosh. Where do I start? Like, they always say it's like picking your favorite child, right? You never want to pick your favorite. So they're all my favorite. I really have, this last weekend, I'm going to be honest with you. This last weekend, I was a bit under the weather. And I really was just like, I am so grateful for these products. I literally had, just low in energy. I'm not going to make any medical claims, but not feeling my best.
Mm-hmm.
Hot, cold, from one minute to the next, just not feeling great. Every 5 seconds, it's great. And just, thinking about the last few days, I literally for Halloween ate no candy because I'm like, I don't want to go back down. I don't have time for that. Right. And so these products also helped me with that because I maybe had a sugar addiction too. um,
Yeah.
I play,
You're craving better, you're craving healthier food now.
foods. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And tonight I start my collagen cycle. So I do a collagen cycle starting the first of the month. So it's the first of the month. I'm doing my collagen cycle tonight. Starting that. Every day my go-tos are Eternal, Vitalite, without question, every single day, like, and Purify at night before I go to bed. And that's had a big impact on my hormones, you guys. Like, my gosh, like, female cycles were really painful for me. And so I have completely just had a completely different life with that now. And so it just helps my skin not be so, breaking out and all those things. So those are some of the like highlights. I play volleyball. So, like, from time to time, the Eternal is a great snack too, you guys. Like, if I'm in a meeting or something like that and I just don't have anything, it's a great go-to and snack. So my kids, obviously every person's different with that, but the Immune and the Eternal has been great for our family. Complete game changers as well. So yeah.
It's awesome. And how old are your kids?
5 and 7.
And do they both like the Eternal too?
Yeah, they really
Yeah.
like that new smoothie recipe, you guys. Like that's a new little thing that we've been trying. So
Oh,
yeah.
good. Will you share with us, what do you do? Do you put it in with some protein powder, or what do you, or fruit?
I just used the recipe like they gave us at the
Okay.
convention. So I did water, I'm sorry, ice, almond milk, and then Eternal, one packet. And then I also did fruit. So I picked, I mean, we just had different fruit at the house, right? So whatever's in season at your house. Everybody's different. So I think we had blueberries one time and strawberries one time and pineapple and banana. So just different, depending on what we have. Like every morning they get fruit anyway. And
Yeah.
so sometimes they eat it, sometimes they don't. But when I would put it in the smoothie, they definitely had it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It makes a huge difference.
Yeah. Yeah. So they really liked it that way.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for
And then
sharing.
I opened up that immune capsule and
Mhm.
put it in there, like a yogurt smoothie, like Danimals has those little yogurt smoothies, and put it in there for them. So they really like that.
Yeah, I've done that before too. It's a great thing to do with kids. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Get a
Thank
straw.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pull them. Yeah.
Dr. Saba, what do you I mean, there's so many things she commented on, like there's so many awesome things that these products have helped her with, like
There are, and
craving.
that's great. Just
Yeah.
like with Ricki as well. And sleep, we talked about that. I wanted to just address the issue that Jessica talked about. She felt like her appetite was curbed. I think you said that, Jessica, right? And Dr. Dan talked about one of the studies, actually talked about both studies at the New Jersey meeting last week. So for those of you who don't know, two of the points of credibility of our company is that we've done testing on the products from a third party. We have our absorption study that shows that our products are between 3.5 and 9 times more absorbed than a control. And we have the newest study, this epigenetic study that tested 4 of our products on markers for inflammation. And the interesting thing, and I talked to him about this afterward, is that one of those markers, and I don't want to give you the wrong one, but it curbs your appetite. And it was elevated throughout the testing of these 4 products, which means that it appears that your appetite can be curbed. And I know Dr. Dan said that they're going to be doing more tests on this and other factors as well. But Jessica, I think that probably would explain your curbing your appetite, which is
Yeah.
great.
The more good you have, the more you want it, right? And if you have a bunch of bad things, so you're going to want more bad things. So it definitely helped. That's in my entire life. I think that's the first Halloween I didn't have candy.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. That's incredible. Because it's hard with the little kids around. And if you don't get enough trick-or-treaters, then it's your house. Oh, there she is. Yeah. So that's fantastic. That's so awesome. I love that. All right. And then we have Donna. Welcome, Donna.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me on tonight. So I am coming to you from Aspen, Colorado. I'm here visiting one of my friends, Heidi, who just had a total knee replacement surgery. So I'm going to kind of do a testimony on the products, what we've been using over the last couple weeks after her surgery, looking at the recovery, and then also on the financial side of things. I have been a retired cardiac nurse for the past 10 years, and my background is in clinical research. So when I found this company, or when it found me, I feel like it's a gift given to me, that this just fell right into my lap. And I've been able to go launch the company over in Hong Kong, and then went back over a few months ago to do a road show through all the countries to showcase this product and science. And it's just been mind-blowing. It's so overwhelming to me to be able to share and get to do what I want to do. And time freedom is everything. So but a little bit back to my time here in Aspen. I came here to do to just kind of be with my friend Heidi and hang out and help her during her surgery, kind of be some extra hands. I call myself a knee nurse, but I'm just here helping cook and stuff like that. But I got to go to her PT visits the 24 hours. We're loading her up with some really good antioxidants, flooding her body with all of our products, and they make a difference. She was able to walk the 5 minutes to her physical therapy appointment, 24 hours into after her surgery, and they weren't too pleased with that. They said that's not good until they looked at her incision in her leg, and they were blown away. They invited everybody from the physical therapy into the room to see how Heidi was recovering. And then again, I got to go back at 72 hours, and she's able to do all the exercises that people usually, it takes about 6 weeks to be able to do the things that Heidi's doing right now. And then her sister just had surgery about 5 days ago on her knee. She had a ACL. And so I'm here for both of them to be their knee nurse. So it's just really fun to see when you can take these products, the wonderful things they can do. And like everybody had mentioned before, Dr. Sabo, when you were saying you can take more, it's very safe. That's what we've been doing. We were taking 8 immediately after surgery, 3 times a day on the first couple days, and then kind of have been dwindling down. We're right now at about 4 twice a day. So yeah.
Of the Revive, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then what other products is she taking everything still? Okay.
Everything. Yeah. You go into surgery and you have all the heavy metals, and we have a great Purify that detoxifies and gets all the heavy metals out. So flooding the body with all the good things. We're using normal dosages for that. Not dosages, but normal amounts.
Sure.
So to purify every night, and then the immune, just in case, her resistance was low, we're loading up on everything, 2 Eternal a day. So just making sure the collagen is going in. All of our products, they definitely synergistically work together well. And then the biggest thing about this too is it's so exciting, like to see Dr. Sabo on here. This company, the attraction to medical professionals is beautiful. It is beautiful that we get to talk to medical professionals about proactive wellness, and they're so interested, and showing them the epigenetic study and the absorption study. It's very impressive stuff that this company does, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Dr. Sabo, what would you like to comment on about this testimony? I mean, it's so awesome to have that kind of a result with these products.
Sure. First of all, thank you for the kind words, Donna. As I said, we're all here, all of us on the scientific board, Dr. Dan and the rest of us, we're all here because we really truly believe in the science and the products and the company and you all distributors as well. We're all here to help. And so what I would say again is that we do not treat, diagnose, cure, prevent any type of disease. So I'm going to kind of be generic as opposed to commenting specifically. But I think that we could say that as we talked about before with someone else, that you can go up on the Revive pills if you're having discomfort. And so yes, and it cuts down on inflammation and yeah, I think that all the products probably would help somebody recuperate. I'll just say.
Yeah, and for their body to feel its best, right?
Great way of putting that. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
like that's what's so amazing. So I absolutely, I've been blown away. I know all these ladies have as well. And it's just so exciting. And I love listening to all the doctors who are on the scientific advisory board, but everything you shared tonight, Dr. Sabo, was so great. I love just hearing all the knowledge that you have from, being on the scientific advisory board, knowing Dr. Dan, learning all the things that you do and being able to share that with us. It's so educational, but it's also really inspiring because I think it gives people just more motivation just to keep using the products and having a personal testimony of how these products can help us to feel our best every day.
Absolutely. Very well put. Thank you.
So, well, you guys, thank you, Ricki. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you guys so much for being on tonight. And we're just so grateful for 3. And I know that these products really they're phenomenal. So if you haven't given them a try, get with the person who invited you on here tonight and just give them a try. I guarantee you're gonna feel better than you did without them. So all right, you guys, have a great night. Bye-bye. Thanks, Dr. Sabo. Thank you guys.
Welcome.
Bye-bye.